Good morning student. In our last video we have discussed about training and principle of sports training. Training it is a long-term process in which we give practical and theoretical knowledge in a systematic and scientific way so as to improve performance. Training program it is pre-planned. We plan in advance and give it in a systematic way so that his performance is improved. Today we will discuss about warming up and limiting down. Warming up. Warming up it is a set of exercise which are performed before the training or competition. Okay, warming up it is a set of exercise or we can say movement. Okay, warming up it is a set of exercise or movement which are performed before training or competition. This is about the warming up. Warming up it is a set of exercise. It is a set of exercise or we can say movement which are performed before the training or competitions. Warming up it helps to increase the body temperatures which help to reduce injury, bring perfection in our movement. There will be the better coordinations between our movement, etc. This is about the warming up. It is a set of exercise and movement which are performed before the competitions. Warming up it prepares the body psychologically and physiologically to bear the stress of the competitions and training. It reduces injury. There will be the proper neuromuscular coordinations, etc. Warming up it is of two types. Warming up it is of two types. First, psychological warming up, and second is physiological warming up. These are the two types of warming up. Psychological warming up and physiological warming up. Psychological warming up, it prepares the body. Psychological warming up, it prepares the player mentally ready for the competition. Okay, psychological warming up, it prepares the players mentally ready for the competitions. With for example, with the help of motivations, by providing feedback, etc. This is about the psychological warming up. Psychological warming up, it makes the player mentally ready for the competitions. For example, with the help of motivations, by providing feedback, by changing his behavior, etc. Next is physiological warming up. Physiological warming up, it prepares the body ready to bear the stress of the competitions. Okay, psychological means mentally ready. It make the player mentally ready for the competitions, and physiological means it prepare the body to bear the stress of the competition. It can be with the help of psychological warming up. It is of two types: active and passive. Okay, active and passive. Active means without any external help. Active warming up means without any external help. For example, without external help. Active means without external help, and passive means with external help. For example, with the help of sun bath, hot bath, massage, etc. This is about the warming up. Okay, warming up, it is a set of exercise or movement which are performed before the tournament or competition. Warming up, it is of two types: psychological warming up and physiological warming up. Psychological warming up, it prepare the players mentally ready for the competition, and physiological warming up, it prepare the body to bear the stress of the competitions. Physiological warming up, it is of two types: active and passive. Active means without any external help, increasing the body temperatures without any external help. For example, with the help of doing exercise. And passive means with the help of external, increasing the body temperatures by external help. For example, by doing massage, sun bath, hot bath, etc. In active warming up, it is of two types: general and specific. General warming up and specific warming up. General warming up, it is commonly performed. General warming up, it is commonly performed for every game and sports. It is same for all game and sports. For example, stretching, jogging, running, etc. It is same for every game and sports. This is general warming up. General warming up, it is commonly performed in each and every game. It is similar for every game and sports. For example, stretching, jogging, running, rotation, etc. Specific warming up. Specific general warming up, it tone up the big muscle. It tone up the big muscles. And specific warming up, it is specific for that game and sports only. It tone up small muscle which are used in that game and sports. For example, in basketball, we do specific warming up like dribbling, basketing, etc. And for example, in football, kicking, catching, etc. These are specific in nature, specific for that game and sports. It tone up small muscles which are used in that game. And general warming up, it tone up big muscle. This is about the warming up. Okay, what is warming up? At times, physiological, active and passive. Next is limbering down. Limbering down, or we can say cooling down. Limbering down, importance. Importance of warming up. What are the importance? importance of warming up. First thing, it helps to reduce injury. Reduce injury by doing warming up. It helps to increase body temperatures, and if our body temperatures increase, our body will become ready to bear the stress and tension of the competition. So it helps to reduce the injury. And regulate system. By doing warming up, it's help to regulate the system. It increases the supply of blood to each and every muscles. Our muscles will work efficiently. Our system will work properly. Increase energy. If we do warming up, our energy level will increase because there will be the better circulation of blood. More blood will supply to the muscles. Our energy will increase. Better response. If we do warming up, there will be the better response. It's helped by doing warming up. It's helped to improve our neuromuscular coordination. By this, the reactions, there will be the better reactions of the muscles. Improve concentration. If we do warming up, our concentrations will improve. Our mind will mentally ready for the competitions. It's helped to improve concentrations, increase perfection. There will be the perfection in each and every. There will be the perfections in each and every skill, technique, tactics, etc. In endurance. There will be the our endurance will develop, etc. These are the some importance of warming up. So before doing any training, before participating in any competitions, we should perform warming up. Warming up, it is a set of exercise which are performed before training or competitions to increase the body temperature. Next is limbering down. Limbering down. Limbering down, or we can say cool down. Limbering down, it is a set of exercise. Or movement. Okay, it is a set of exercise or movement which are performed after training. Okay, after training or after competitions. This is about the limbering down, cooling down. Cooling down, it is a set of exercise which are performed after the competitions to reduce the body temperatures. By doing warming up, we increase our body temperatures, and by doing limbering down, it helps to reduce the body temperatures. It helps to reduce body temperatures, it helps to reduce stress, tension of our muscles, etc. This is about the limbering down. Next is importance. What are the importance of limping down. The first importance of limping down is reduce fatigue. By doing limping down exercise, it helps to reduce the fatigue level. Our body temperatures will slow down, relax. It helps to relax our body. Okay, our body will relax. It helps to reduce our stress, tension, hypertension, etc. Body back to normal temperature. By doing warming up, our body temperatures will become normal. Reduce pain. It's help to reduce pain. Prevent infection, etc. These are the some importance of limping down, which we should perform after the tournament, after the competition. Okay, this is about warming up and cool down, limping down. Warming up, it is a set of exercise which are performed before the tournament to increase our body temperatures. Limping down, it is a set of exercise which are performed after the competition to reduce the body temperature. Next is terminologies used in sports training process. For example, skill. What is skill? Skill, it is a basic movement. Skill are the basic movement which are used it is a basic movement which are used in game and sports. This is about the skill. Okay, skill means the basic movement which are used in game and sports. For examples, if you are doing jumping, if you are doing long jump, then jumping, it is the skill of jumping activity. For example, if you are doing basketball, then dribbling, basketing, passing, it is the skill of that game. Okay, skill means the basic movement which are used in game. Next is technique. Combinations of skill to bring perfection. Okay, skill means the basic movement, specific movement, and technique, it is a combinations of skill to bring perfection for a successful performance. For example, jumping, it is the skill of a long jump, and running and then jumping. Okay, running and doing jump, it is the technique of long jump. For example, dribbling, it is the skill of basketball, and running while doing dribbling, it is the technique of that game. So technique, it is a combination of skill. Next is style. Style, it is the way to express the technique. Okay, how different persons express his technique. Each sports person, due to his specific and particular psychic, physiological, psychological capacity, they different way. Different persons express technique in unique way. For examples, MS Dhoni, his technique of batting is different from Sachin, etc. Means expressing the technique in different way. Each and every individual is unique. Due to his unique, they express the technique in different way. Next is tactics. Tactics, it is a planned movement which are performed during the tournament. Okay, it is a planned movement to counter the opponent. These are practiced during the tournament, during the training process. Okay, tactics, it is a movement, it is a planned movement which are performed to counter the opponent. And strategies, it is a pre-planned movement. Tactics, it is planned movement, and it is a pre-planned movement. Okay, strategy are pre-planned movement which are made by seeing the strong and weak point of the opponent. This is about the some terminologies which are used in training: scheme, technique, style, tactics, strategy. Tactics, the planned movement to counter the opponent. It is practiced during the training. Strategies, it is a pre-planned movement which are performed after observing the weak and strong point of the opponent. It is pre-planned movement. This is about the training. Okay, what is training? Principles of sports training, warming up and cool down. In our next video, we will discuss about doping, types of doping and some prohibited substance. Doping means the use of drugs. Doping means use of drugs, methods, or use of drugs or blood product or any methods to improve the performance which are banned by the IOC. Okay, doping means the use of drugs, blood product or some methods to improve the performance which are banned by the IOC, because IOC wants clean and fair tournament. They want to give equal opportunity to each and every players. As well as doping, it affects the health of the players, etc. This we will discuss in our next video. Okay student, thank you. Okay, doping means use of drugs or blood product Okay, doping means the use of drugs or blood product to improve sports performance. Sports performance. This is about the doping. Doping means the use of drugs, blood product or any methods to improve the sports performance. Doping, it is of 3 types: drugs, use of drugs, use of blood, or gene modification, modifying the gene. These are the three types of drugs. Drug administration means use of drugs like narcotics, steroid, growth hormones, beta blockers, and blood means increasing the red blood cells, which help to improve the endurance. And gene doping means use of cells, gene, or modifying the genes, so help to improve the performance.